Hi, my name is Christina Parks, and I am a consultant with Team True Blue. Brandon Cunningham asked me to share one of my favorite products with you, and I'm really excited to do so. Hopefully, I will be able to keep it within the time limit. But a little bit about me. I have a PhD in cellular and molecular biology from the University of Michigan. I'm really passionate about understanding how the body works and how we can support it to bring it back into balance and to restore health and healing. And of course, I was drawn to this company because I already knew these pathways. And when I saw someone was activating them, I just was all on board. So impressed with the science of this company. And this particular product is no exception. Today, I'm going to talk about daily wellness. And so let's get right to it. Okay, I'm going to share my screen because I'm a scientist and I don't think I can do this without some visuals. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so daily wellness. And many of you are aware we have Daily Wellness 5 to Thrive. This is vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, elderberry, and the yeast extract. So I'm going to go through some of the benefits of each of these components, but I really want to end with this yeast extract because that is the component that I think pulls it all together and makes this product so powerful. It's one of my favorite products. In fact, I have it here and I'm out, you guys. I'm completely out. I take it every day, sometimes twice a day, because it's amazing. So let's quickly go through some of these because I don't want to take up too much of your time. Many of us know that all of these vitamins and elderberry are good for us, but why? So right now, this is on our immune health. And because this actually boosts the immune system, and it does it in many different ways. And vitamin C is one of those. One of the roles that I'm going to talk about, just a couple of roles of vitamin C in the immune system specifically. But vitamin C also supports the production of collagen and helps to prevent collagen from being broken down. So it supports strong collagen and mucous membranes and reduces leaky gut. It activates macrophages to eat pathogens. Vitamin C prevents dying macrophages from releasing toxic compounds, which is what happened during COVID. So can support your system from sort of devolving into a cytokine storm. Vitamin C is known antihistamine, so it lowers histamine and inflammation. It's an antioxidant. So all of those things it actually does as part of the early immune response, because collagen is what helps your skin and your mucous membranes not to be perforated by a virus or a bacteria. So you want strong collagen. You want these macrophages to eat pathogens before they make you sick. You obviously don't want your macrophages and other immune cells to release toxic compounds. And we don't want to have a strong histamine reaction to stuff, which is when you get those huge mosquito bites or you have postnasal drip. So the late responses to vitamin C, it enhances the maturation and survival of your immune cells. It's an antioxidant, so it mops up all the damage from, helps to mop up the damage from an infection. Again, it reduces histamine and inflammatory cytokine production, so it supports the body in shutting down an inflammatory response, and it promotes tissue healing. So all of these are important roles it plays in the immune system, but obviously you can see also with regard to the gut. So vitamin D, many of you know that this is one of my favorite hormones, molecules in the body, is also a huge, super key regulator of the immune response. It activates the production of antimicrobial compounds, which actually can neutralize viruses and bacteria before they can do harm. And so this is a very early response. It also very early activates macrophages to eat the pathogens, hopefully preventing you from getting ill. And it activates killer T cells. Those are the ones that go and destroy pathogens and destroy virally infected cells. So having sufficient vitamin D can help prevent you from getting ill in the first place by activating this early immune response where you're eating the pathogens, destroying the infected cells, and you have the production of these antimicrobial compounds. So the late response. When the infection is done, vitamin D shuts off the inflammatory immune response. We know this is hugely important because so many people can be hyperinflammatory. It prevents the, shutting down that immune response prevents the body from damaging itself due to the inflammatory response gone awry. And that's usually what happens. It's not usually the pathogen that is so harmful. It's the body's, if it has a dysfunctional immune response. So being sufficient in vitamin D is really, really critical to not having a dysfunctional immune response. And so a deficiency in vitamin D is really highly correlated with autoimmune functions. And as you guys know, we just came out with a vitamin D supplement, but I really love this product because, you know, for people who don't want to take a pill, or it's just an extra source of vitamin D that you're getting. And again, it's going to work synergistically with your vitamin C, your elderberry, and your zinc. So let's get to the elderberry and the zinc. So elderberry is high in antioxidants. It has some vitamin C. It has provitamin A in the form of beta carotene. It has polyphenols, which are really important antioxidants. It can boost health immune response. It's really well known for this in terms of taking it when you have a cold or before you get a cold. It's anti-inflammatory and it supports the circulatory system. Zinc is one of the most important minerals in the body. In fact, your DNA is regulated by something called zinc fingers. So your transcription factors have these zinc fingers that sort of read the DNA and transcribe it. And so, you know, probably more than you needed to know, but super, super critical. And so zinc is absolutely critical. There are study after study showing how critical zinc is to immune health. However, we don't want to have too much. One of the benefits of this product is it has just enough and not too much that you can drink it once or twice a day, not be concerned that you're getting too much, but you know that you are getting it, and you know you're getting it in a synergistic effect with you know, your vitamin C, vitamin D, and this the postbiotic, which is the fermented yeast extract, which we're going to get to in a second. So zinc has been shown to decrease the incidence and length of respiratory tract infections in children and in adults. There's actually a huge literature on the immune promoting benefits of being zinc sufficient. You don't want a huge, huge amount of zinc. That's why we have just enough in our product. But being zinc sufficient, critical to your immune response. It inhibits replication of some RNA viruses. And so I know that some people have shown that studies have shown in conjunction with quercetin, it can work to inhibit the replication of viruses. And so, you know, we have quercetin in our Axio and we have quercetin in our NRF1, I believe. So something to keep in mind. Okay, so we've got our vitamin C, our vitamin D, our zinc, our elderberry. And now we get to my favorite part, the yeast extract. Why is this so important? What is a yeast extract? So let's back up a second. Many of us have heard leaky gut. So if your microbiome is dysregulated, and we know we've got a great probiotic and a great prebiotic, it can lead to a syndrome called leaky gut because the compounds that the bacteria in your gut make actually make sure that these tight junctions that form between the cells are strong. And when the microbiome is disrupted and that those particular signaling molecules aren't produced, basically that can break down, and things like gluten and other foods and bacteria, viruses can actually leak through into the bloodstream, causing an immune reaction. And then a lot of people will get hives or, you know, brain fog and feel really bad. And so every time you eat, if you feel bad, you may have leaky gut. And I think many of us have a dysregulated microbiome. So we have leaky gut. So how does this product help? Well, this fermented yeast extract, what it is a postbiotic. So they took, instead of taking bacteria, they took yeast because they're a little bit easier to work with. And they worked at making the yeast make all of those things that your gut bacteria are supposed to make. And so they include things like proteins, fibers, polyphenols, vitamins, beta glucans, which have been shown to activate your T cells to destroy pathogens and destroy infected cells, activate your B cells to make antibodies. So these beta glucans really, really central to this immune response that we see from this product. And other metabolites that work synergistically, they're just not replacing something. They're actually signaling to tell your gut what to absorb, what to do, and to tell your immune system how to function. This is so, so important. I can't, like, if I seem excited, it's because I am. Biological organisms are designed by nature to know how to do this. If we tried all day to add this and that and try all these metabolites, we would get something, but we would never get something with the synergy and the power of a biological system producing it in biologically relevant amounts in metabolites that are going to work together synergistically and work together synergistically with the vitamin D, vitamin C, elderberry, and zinc to give you this optimal regulated modulatory response. And so it's going to work to bring the system into balance. What does it do? It's going to help to reduce that leaky gut by having those metabolites that help with that. It's going to help your innate immune response, which means that first response where you kill the pathogen before it sets up an infection. It's going to help your adaptive immune response by modulating the immune system. And we know, as study after study is showing, that the gut microbiome and the metabolites it produces really have direct and indirect effects on even on your pulmonary, your lung, whether you get an infection in your lungs, your health. And so it's going to support your barrier immunity, your innate immunity, and your adaptive immunity. It's going to assist your body's responses to everyday stresses, because all of these are really optimizing your health. And that's what we know. When your health is optimal, you handle stresses, any kind of stresses, biochemical stresses, psychological stresses, much better. So it's going to support your everyday health and well-being. And for me, and it supports your respiratory and sinus health. I literally had postnasal drip for 30 years. And when I heard about this product, I was like, I've got to try that. After 2 months on the product, Daily Wellness, my postnasal drip had gone away after 30 years, because it's reducing that histamine response. And so that's super important, super benefit to improve sinus health. Okay, and so again, the vitamin C helps with that, and the postbiotic, the fermented yeast extract, helps with that. And there are papers showing that it can help reduce allergy symptoms as well. So it also really supports that balanced and diverse gut microbiome. So the vitamin C, the vitamin D, all of this synergistically is going to work together to support, both the normalization of signaling in your gut and to support basically the regrowth of a healthy microbiome. So in the end, this is one of my favorite products. I use it every day. I give it to my special needs daughter, who's 14 years old. And I really feel that it has helped to optimize her health, and she has focus and ability to self-modulate and all of these things. And so we know having a drink mix for our teenagers or our young ones can be extremely powerful, because compliance is a huge issue. So one of my favorite things, I hope that you guys go get your daily dose of Daily Wellness, and I hope that this has helped you to have the information you need to confidently share this with your prospects. Again, synergistic blend, vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, elderberry, and this yeast extract is basically, this postbiotic is basically optimizing the system, helping to restore proper gut signaling. So thanks a lot. Bye-bye.